Welcome back to Tech Nuggets. This is part 4 of Cloud Computing Explained video series. In this video, I will explain AWS Services 2022 edition. Before I get into today's video, quick channel analytics. This channel is getting very good amount of views. Thank you viewers. However, the percentage of subscriber in the views are very low. If you are watching the channel first time or not a subscriber yet, please scroll down and hit the subscribe button now and follow me on Twitter. And one more thing, I'm excited to announce that we have achieved our first milestone of 100 subscribers. Thank you subscriber for your support once again. Let's get started. AWS is one of the pioneer in cloud computing, which is started way back in 2006. Every year, they are adding a lot of services into their service portfolio. As of recording today, AWS service landscape got whopping 25 categories and approximately around 200 services. That's a quite lot of services. I will not be able to cover all 200 services. However, I will try to explain in a very high level some of the important services in each category. I have categorized these services into essential and other services. The essential service covers the basic services like compute, storage and network, and rest of the services under other services. Let us start with compute category. In compute, the EC2 is the one of the basic service, one of the basic and fundamental service that everyone will use for some reason. So there are different types of EC2. We can choose based on our requirement what type of EC2 we can use it. The next one, EC2 is a virtual server on the cloud, that we have to understand because that's a basic thing which we need on the cloud. Okay. The next one, what if we don't want to own any virtual server. However, I would like to execute some of the program. That is where Lambda comes and helps you, serverless, which you don't have to think about servers. However, you can run your code. Okay. The third one which we talk about is Elastic Beanstalk. This is a managed environment where you want to run and manage your web apps. Okay, these are most essential which you can see in under compute category. However, there are other important service. What we have is a batch which manages all of your batch service at scale, and the AWS App Runner build and run your production web application at scale, and Lightsail, it's used to manage virtual private servers. AWS Outpost, it runs AWS service on premise. Okay. And serverless application repository, which is assemble and deploys share serverless application within teams or publicly. This is about compute. The second category, basic service, which we wanted to see is storage. So in storage, the first thing which comes is S3. Okay. So that is scalable storage in cloud because it's object storage. This was the first service which you started when AWS started. So it's got a very good history. And the second one is S3 Glacier. This is used for our archival purpose. Okay. And then we have a storage gateway. This is used for your hybrid storage integration with on-premise. Then recently we have AWS backup. This is used for your backup and it can be managed centrally. And your file system, that is EFS, and AWS Elastic Disaster Recovery. This is a scalable, cost-effective application recovery to AWS, and FSx. that is fully managed third party file system optimized for variety of workloads. So this is about compute and storage. Next category in the essential services networking. So when you talk about networking, the first service, very important service is VPC, virtual private cloud. So the use of VPC is to have your own private cloud within the cloud. The second one comes on Route 53, that's a scalable DNS and domain name registration. Okay. Then we have a direct connect, that is your dedicated network connection for connection to AWS. And content delivery is not part of the essential, however it is part of networking. So let's cover that. That's a cloud front is one of your very important service in content delivery, because this is your CDN, that is to your content delivery network. Okay. Then also you have, along with that, you have API gateway, AWS app mesh, AWS cloud map, then global accelerator, that is your applications availability performance um, improvement service. Okay. Then we have Amazon VPC IP address manager. So this is all under networking and content delivery. Okay, so this covers the essential part, that is your compute, storage and network. Okay, so there is no application without database. So this is also another supporting service which really you have to think of in the cloud. When you talk about database, first thing, RDS, that's a managed relational database. I don't think you have any application, most of the application you can imagine without a relational database, right? So almost all of the application will have at least one relational database. So that is where RDS helps you in the cloud to have your relational database system. So the modern technology uses NoSQL, that is RDS is relational, other one is NoSQL. When you talk about NoSQL, it comes to DynamoDB, that's a managed NoSQL database. So everyone will go for a DynamoDB if you choose to go for NoSQL. Then definitely if you have to improve your application performance with cache, that is where your elastic cache helps you. It's a in-memory cache. Then along with that we have Amazon Document DB. This is fully managed MongoDB compatible database service. And you have Keyspaces, Amazon Keyspaces, that's a serverless Cassandra compatible database. Then MemoryDB for Redis. Then Neptune, this is it's a new entry, recently few years it is there. It is a graph database. It's one of the important on the graph space, so it's a graph based database. Then we have a QLDB, that's a fully managed ledger database. It's also new entrance, new entry service. And then we have Amazon TimeStream. So Amazon TimeStream is a fast, scalable and serverless time series database for IoT and operational applications. Okay. Next service category is security, identity and compliance. So when you talk about security, identity, compliance, first thing is IAM, identity management. Okay, manage access to AWS resources. This is the most important service which comes under security, identity and compliance. Okay, so this covers centrally all of your identity management thing. Then along with that we have other service, for example Cognito, This is your consumer identity management and AWS credentials for federated identities. This is meant for your federated identities. Then we have a cloud HSM, that is your managed hardware security modules in the cloud. If somebody wants to have a more secure hardware security module, then you can choose for cloud HSM. So this is about the security part. Then we have guard duty, that is intelligent threat detections to protect your AWS account workloads. This is another important service. Then we have inspector, it is analyze applications security part. Okay, so these are the most important. However, there is a quite lot of other things which can help us. One is a certificate manager, which helps you to manage your SSL certificates. Then you have AWS audit manager, continuously access controls and risk compliance. Then artifact, this is AWS compliance reports and agreements. Then detective, that's investigate, analyze potential security issue. Then directory service, host and manage the active directory. Then we have firewall manager, AWS firewall manager. Then on the key side, key management service, it's a KMS. Then Amazon Messi, that is your um, Amazon Messi classifies and secures your business critical content. Then you have AWS network firewall. Then you have a resource access manager, then secrets manager, then you have security hub, then AWS signer, then AWS single sign-on, and you have a WAF, that's your web application firewall. It protects your, this is also another important service. It protects against the DDoS and malicious web traffic. Okay. Next important service category is migration and transfer. Okay, when you talk about migration and transfer, the first thing important one is application discovery service. So it discovers on-premise application inventory and dependencies. So why do we need migration? Because obviously you will have some of the applications on premise or some other database, or sorry, some other data centers, right? So you would like to bring that into cloud. That is where your migration service will help you. Okay, so the application discovery service helps you that to get your application portfolio discovered. The second one is application AWS application migration service. This is the assistance, or it'll assist you on your application migration. AWS application migration service automates lift and shift migration. Okay, so for example, this will help you to automate your lift and shift migrations. Then we have a third one is database migration service, your DMS, which will help you for your database migration. Then to support with that, you have a data sync. This simplifies, automates, accelerates your moving a data. Then AWS mainframe modernization. So this is one of the important service. It's a fairly new, and this will help you to bring your mainframe modernization to modernization into AWS, right? Then you have migration hub. Then you have AWS Snow family. Then Snow family will help you large scale data transport. And you have AWS transfer family, that is fully managed support for SFTP, FTPS and FTP. Okay, so this is about migration on transfer category. And the next one is another one of the important one, AWS cost management. So in this, one of the most important service what will you see is AWS cost explorer, which will help you to visualize and explore your AWS cost and usage. As you start using AWS, you have to watch out your cost, because cloud doesn't come with free, it has cost everywhere that you have to watch out. So this will help you to visualize that. Okay, then some of the org or some of the people really would like to set up the budget, so you will use AWS budget service. So you'll set the budget and see how you are doing with your budget. Then the other one is AWS billing calculator, and AWS application cost profiler. This is a profiler for your cost. Okay, then you have AWS marketplace subscriptions. So this is a digital catalog where you can find, buy and deploy softwares. If you don't own anything, if you want to go and buy any ready-made software, this service will help you. Okay, so this is about essential and important services. So rest of the service I'll cover in the next part of this same video. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your time. Please subscribe, follow me on Twitter. See you on next video. Thank you.